with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation. We're an emerging nation. We've been around for about 3 years and we've been putting in some really solid foundations. We're now in a position where we are building our economy, driving our income upwards, and this in turn will put funds into our treasury and, importantly, improve the liquidity and value of our currency. We should be streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly. I'll be heading over there in a moment. But a welcome to you, whether you're watching the replay, whether you're watching it live, whatever time of day it is, because I know that 7 p.m. in London time isn't convenient for everybody. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whatever it may be. Okay. Right, let's head over to Facebook and see what's going on in there, because that's where we see most comments. I noticed we've got Lewis in from Portugal on YouTube. So I'm heading to Facebook, and when I get there, I'll be looking for the group We Share Abundance Publicly. And when I get there, I'll be looking for 1st of July. And so far so good. Click and we've got the comments panel open, ready for people. Now, I know that today Havasu have their dry run for the big marathon that they're planning in a couple of weeks' time. So there will be quite a lot of our members on that, I think. I'm hoping there will be anyway, because Havasu deserves all the support it can get. So I'm not expecting a big turnout here today. And I don't really have an awful lot of news, I've got to be honest with you. But we will get started in just a moment with a short prayer and affirmation. The affirmation's there because we are a non-separatist organisation. That means we don't recognise superficial differences like whether you're bald or hairy, fat, thin, black or white, male or female, whatever, you know. We just recognise everybody as a human being. And we recognise that every human being is unique and so has something unique to offer our community. And as such is of equal value to every other member of our community. And if you want to be a unique member of our community, come along and join us. There's no fee or anything to get involved. You just register, prove you're a real person, and that's it. There are things that you can get involved in, they're all optional. Okay, I see we've got Rosina in from Bonnie, Scotland, up there in Edinburgh. Welcome to Rosina. She's the first in the comments in Facebook, and Lewis was the top of the comments in YouTube. The little prayer we have just helps us find true happiness in life. You can't buy that. It doesn't matter how much money you've got, you won't necessarily be happy. You'll always be searching for something until you find the key to true happiness, and that is loving service to other people. The great thing about concentrating on being of loving service to other people is that because we're all inextricably linked to one another in that great family of humanity, you can't be of benefit to somebody else without it being of greater benefit to yourself. And you'll find that you'll not only create genuine happiness within yourself by sharing love and abundance with others, but you will also attract everything that you want and need in life. It is the only path to true happiness. We've got Richard in from Devon. I'm watching this with subtitles while listening, watching the Havasu warm-up. Yeah, I said there would be quite a number of members in the Havasu thing. I've not managed to get in there. But let's get started right away, and then I'll tell you what's happening and why, and then we'll let you all get back to the Havasu warm-up, which has got several hours to run yet, I think, and I'm not sure when it started. I think it started at 5 p.m. London time, so it's been running for a couple of hours, another 4 hours to go. Okay, so here's our little prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love Each member may find the joy of service, and through service bless each member, that they attract into their life true happiness and everything they want and need. Amen. And we've got Andrew Dean in as well from New Zealand. Uh, Happy Sunday morning to Andrew. Every Sunday morning there. Okay. And that little affirmation we have goes like this: we are so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world, with God and truth as our leaders. And we ask you, Heavenly Father, that your kingdom of peace may come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy will. And that affirmation helps to just shed any prejudice and get on with being good human beings, as deep down we all want to be. Okay. Today has been a bit of a calamity from a work point of view for me. My car is going in for its MOT on Monday morning, first thing. And late yesterday, another car came past and flicked the driver's mirror, rear view mirror on the driver's side. Used to be called wing mirrors. I don't think they're not on the wings anymore, but I don't know what they call them now. And anyway, to cut a long story short, it knocked the mirror out and broke it. And one of the requirements for MOT is that there has to be a functioning mirror. Unfortunately, living where we do, there's nowhere local that we could get a mirror glass, so it meant we had to go to Bideford. We tried the Vauxhall dealers and they were closed. Then we went to Halfords and they've got lots of glass, but not one to fit our old little car. Anyway, to cut a long story short, we traipsed around and around all over the place. Eventually, we did get the glass, and we've got it out, and hopefully that will prevent the car failing for a little detail like not having a rear view mirror on the driver's side. If it had been the other side, it wouldn't have mattered because you don't have to have one on the passenger side, but you do have to have one on the driver's side. Okay, so it took a long time basically to do that. We had to drive quite a long way, and then we had to search around various different places trying to get one. We eventually found one, and by the time we got home, there were things that I hadn't done in the morning, routine things that usually take me a few hours. I'd done some of them, but not all of them, so I had to finish those off. To cut a long story short, that's all I've done. It is also the first of the month, and we've got Kingsley from Manchester as well. And it's also the first of the month, and I normally get out the figures from the previous month and let you know what's been going on and state of play and everything like that. And I've not had time to do it. I've not even had time to go through and check them to make sure that they are correct. So that'll be my job tomorrow. We'll be doing catch up and things and getting things done. Today I've just scraped through with the bare minimum. I'm not even up to date, I don't think, on the KYC requests, but I don't think there are very many of them. Okay, so they will get attended to as soon as I can, but I'm just feeling a little bit shattered actually from all the driving, running around and trying to get things sorted out, and then trying to play catch up here. So I don't really, as I say, have any news for you. I did get a message out when I got back from all the running around to remind you that it's 4-day payday. You need to get in there and compound if you can possibly avoid withdrawing, if you're not desperate for the cash, compound it. Of course, if you need the cash, withdraw it, obviously, but unless it's really essential to you, you're better off compounding it. And you can also add bits to it if you want. You might have only $8, you can add $2 in and then compound 10. 10 is the minimum. You might have maybe $80 and compound 100, put an extra 20 in and compound the 100. So you can also do that. But if you want to withdraw it, put in your withdrawal request. Also, I mentioned yesterday about the ETF pools having their, it's not really a competition, it's an incentive plan, I suppose, to get people out to Bahrain, and where they'll all get together and have a lot of fun. You can go there fully paid if you satisfy some minimal requirement. If we do that, there's no way that I can travel to Bahrain currently. And I got on to support and they said, yeah, I can nominate somebody to go in my place as long as they are a participant in ETF pools plan, which is fair enough, right? So we will be seeing if we get there. I'm not really going to push hard for it, but if we do get there, we get that $15,000 between the 21st of June. We've really got nothing much up to now. There's a few dollars in there, but not much from the 21st of June. But we've got until the end of July, so we've got a full month. If we get that up to $15,000 between anything that I put in and anybody that is a frontline referral puts in, then we will get that prize and we will raffle it off in that way. And we'll raffle it off for every $333 you put in to help us get there. You'll get one ticket in the raffle. If you put in $1,000, which gets you into their flexi plan, which is very powerful and very flexible, because you can withdraw your funds at any time, both capital and income, from that flexi plan. But it does compound daily at a little over 1% usually, so it's a really powerful plan. You need to put in $999, I think it is in actual fact. So that would get you 3 tickets in the hat. And if we get 14 people to put $1,000 in, we're there, okay? Because that's 14,000, and we'll put in 1,000 as well. That's 15,000. But if you can only afford 349, there's a very good compounding plan there, but you're locked up for 6 months, which, as it it means that you're going to have to compound it for 6 months because you can't do anything else. That means that you will get a decent return on your income in 6 months. And if you put it in for a further 6 months in that plan, you will have well over $1,000 to get into the flexi plan after a year from just $349. So there are various options. There's another option as well. They have a compound, no, it's not a compounding plan, a plan that just pays you daily, and you can withdraw the income or the capital from that plan. And again, it's 349, but it doesn't auto compound. You have to wait until you've got at least $349 probably now. It used to be $99 before you could compound. I've not really checked on that, but you can manually compound once you hit whatever minimum they've set. But the 2 plans I like are that compound plan, which pays you 4.7% per week, compounded automatically for 6 months, and the flexi plan, of course, is great because that's the best of both worlds. So if we get there, somebody will have a wonderful flights paid, accommodation paid, all the uh, trips and things that they have going on, all paid. You'll have a wonderful vacation in Bahrain. Um, if we don't hit it, those that put money in will still be winning anyway because they'll be earning very nicely from what is a very sound plan. Okay, we have Reynolds in as well from um, Trinidad and Tobago, uh, sending his blessings. Um, so that's all I've got in updates because I've not done anything else. The what's it called, Rex wallet thing hasn't paid me, and I can't get into that account. I can open a new account. I can find Rex wallet and open a new account, but I can't get into the old account. And we really knew that it wasn't going to pay for very long. We just hoped it would pay for a little bit longer. But both that and the other thing, the ivory something or other, seem to both be gone with the wind. So we'll be looking for other ways that members can generate cash with no out-of-pocket expense. We still have, of course, the SOAP plan from our own plan from We Share Abundance, where we give you coupons that you can give away, and every coupon you give away, you earn $3, and that coupon again gets somebody a paid position at no cost in the Easy Business Builder plan. And they too can give away coupons, so you can build your network, earn money, no out-of-pocket expense with that plan. But we will be looking for one or two. Now, I've got a feeling we've got a couple of others in the downline builder that you can earn money from without putting your hand in your pocket. So we'll get those on the page in place of the two that have failed us, really. Having said it failed us, we did get some cash out of, not much, 20 something dollars out of the one plan, what's it called, a Rex wallet. We didn't get anything out of the Ivory Hash, I think it was called, plan. That just seems to have disappeared. Everything else is plodding along. Beyond Infinity had a webinar, I believe, starting around about 4 o'clock London time or 4:30, to explain what's been going on there because they've got some rotten apples in the barrel. Not sure who they are, where they're from, but they have been gaming the system. It happens, unfortunately, in best of plans. There are always people that get greedy and try and be clever. And in all honesty, quite often they are very clever technically to get away with what they do, but you have to find them and weed them out. And on occasions, they do get prosecuted as well. So Beyond Infinity, I sent a forwarded message from Victoria, who is the main distributor for Beyond Infinity. And she explained what was going on, but we're having a webinar to go into it in more detail. I didn't get on that webinar either, so I don't know what the additional details are. But they will get it sorted out and get back on track once they've removed the offenders and put any loopholes. We've had similar situations in our We Share Abundance site and in Multiply Weezer, and it's just unfortunate that that's the way of the world. You have to try and stay one step ahead of everybody, and they're always trying to get that one step ahead of you. Okay, that pretty much covers it. I do have the numbers for today, and they are pretty good for the first of the month. Because usually the first of the month we we dropped quite a lot. We are down just one in our registered members to 39,631. Um, that is still well over 400 up on this time last month. We dropped 507 in our active members, which sounds a lot, but it isn't really. We usually drop more than that. And in fact, at 3,607, we are, let's see where we were last month. 3,482. We're about 130 up on the same position last month. So we always get that dip at the end of the month, and then it comes back up through the month. But the overall graph is going upwards. Multiply reason, no change in the registered members and things. The bonus pool did go up to $10,186 and at 10 cents, just from logging in to get that revenue share. So it's up enough cents to move us into the next dollar. That really is all I've got for you. As I say, I am pretty tired. I'm going to take Cody out. If I feel good enough, I will get on the Havasu for the last hour or so. If I don't, I'm just going to go to bed and get up early tomorrow and play catch up. And unless I see any questions, that'll be it for today. I might find time to get into the KYC and then verify those few people. Let's check out the app that we use to see if we've got any more people in. As I did mention that we got Lewis in from Portugal in early, as he normally is when he's around. And I'm scrolling down to see if we've got anybody. There's nothing else there from Twitch or Twitter. I hope that we have a lot of people on the Havasu warm-up or whatever they're calling it. And people get excited enough to get into the official big one on the 11th of July or whatever it is, something like that, 14th maybe, I don't know. Anyway, it's in about 2 weeks' time. A bit of 15th, won't it, if it's in 2 weeks' time. So there you go. And I notice that must be Andrew. It is. Thank you so much, Andrew. I do appreciate that. It means he's logged in and cleared those KYC entries for me. You're a blessing, Andrew. Thank you so much. And that's it from me until tomorrow. I'll be here same time, same place, 7 p.m. London time on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group. We share abundance publicly. Until then, get out there, share some love and abundance, bring happiness into the world. It'll come into your world. And you'll have everything that you want and need flowing to you. It's mysterious, it's miraculous, but it happens. So until tomorrow, get out there, go the extra mile, and I'll see you later, alligator. In a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator. Always wear a smile. See you later, alligator. Go the extra mile. See you later, alligator. Yeah.